We will start with the weekly chart and then we'll zoom in. So as you guys know, the cost basis for institutions is currently $84,000. We've started to see people start to talk about this now, and we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. So we got onto this quite early, and we are currently having a nice green bullish candle on the weekly. We've got 2 days left until this closes. If it closes green, bullish, engulfing, hopefully over the previous weekly candle wick, that would be quite nice. That would be a good setup for us at the moment. As you guys know, the weekly candle close last week closed a little bit with indecision. On the daily here, you can see that we are currently forming a nice rising wedge on this downtrend. So the 10th of October was the liquidation crash. We've been going down consistently for the last couple of months here. This is the downtrend. We finally seem to have found some form of a bottom, but the danger zone here is that we are currently forming a rising wedge. A rising wedge on a downtrend usually breaks to the downside around 65% of the time. Okay, so the probability is not in our favor, and we're currently just retesting for the last couple of days here, couple of big wicks here at $94,000. That's being challenged. That is a very, very key area of resistance here. So it's going to take a lot for us to break to the upside and get into what we call the de-risk zone, which is for those that believe in the 4-year cycle. This would be the area that you would de-risk and take profits in. We do need to see us break to the upside with relatively good force, and there's going to be a couple of things that potentially might help us do that, but we do have some economic data that possibly is more leaning towards the downside, which is why the rising wedge may break to the downside, and we potentially might come down to retest our cost basis here. That could be for a formation of a double bottom, which would be quite nice if we got like a nice W pattern here. So this would be the first leg before we come back down to then have that W reversal pattern. That's a potential pattern that could form, but who knows? We don't know until we see the price data come on through. So that's kind of what we're seeing at the moment on the price of Bitcoin.